So here's what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to give you guys my Royal Rumble 2025 key takeaways. Things that I've noticed and caught wind of during watching the PLE. And the first thing I noticed was Bianca Belair was jealous of Naomi embracing Jordynne Grace. When Naomi and Jordynne Grace were hugging out in the middle of the ring, Bianca grabbed Jordynne Grace by the hair and shoved her away, pushed her away from Naomi. So I'm thinking man, that got to be a sign of things to come. Maybe it'll be revealed that Bianca was the one that took out her own tag team partner. And I've noticed with Bianca, she's acting a little bit weird as of late, right? So we're going to have to see where that leads to. I thought that was very interesting how she got very jealous of Naomi embracing Jordynne Grace. Another one is Ivy Nile. She eliminates the women's Intercontinental Champion, Lara Valkyria, and then she proceeds to get eliminated by Maxine Dupri, which makes no sense, who is green as grass. So that kind of threw me off. I noticed something was off when it came to Penta and Rey Mysterio's in-ring interaction, starting off the Rumble. I'm not saying there was botches, but something just felt off. I noticed that their chemistry just wasn't clicking as I thought it was going to, right? Or as I was expecting it to. So, and CM Punk was too predictable of a choice to win the Rumble. And, Triple H, proves that he can pull a swerve, and he likes a good swerve, right? To give everyone a different result than what we were expecting going into the PLE. And that's what he tends to do, And I like the fact that it was an unpredictable finish. Now, Sami Zayn, during the KO Cody match, he looked like a damsel in distress, a la Miss Elizabeth, trying to stop Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes from killing each other, and literally had no involvement in the match. But all he did the whole time was just stand there like a buffoon. I'm thinking, is Sami Zayn going to do something? Is he going to cost Cody the title, or is he going to stop KO from attacking, Cody, or what is he going to do? He was just kind of standing there doing nothing. So I thought that was pointless. Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes definitely had match of the year candidate. And I think when the year is all said and done, we're going to look back at this match and say, this definitely is or could be match of the year. It was that damn good and that damn entertaining. So kudos to KO and Cody Rhodes. There could be a possible triple threat main event set up with Seth, Roman, and Punk at WrestleMania. Judging by what happened in the Rumble match when Punk eliminated Rollins and Reigns, and Rollins curb stomped Reigns and Punk, took both of them out. There was definitely a setup, a possibility of a triple threat that could main event either night 1 or night 2. Roman was seen uttering something to Punk when he eliminated him, but I didn't catch it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't catch what he said, but he was definitely saying something to CM Punk. And I don't know if that's going to be revealed later down the line. Maybe there was some type of deal that was made between Punk, Heyman, and Reigns that we didn't really know about. But we're going to have to find more about that out. Roxanne Perez was definitely the MVP and the Iron Woman of the Women's Rumble. And the fact that she was the final two with Charlotte Flair tells me that they got big plans for her this year, the same way they had plans for Liv Morgan. I mean, Liv Morgan was the final two last year. Look how her career turned out. She became women's world champion. She took Judgment Day away from Rhea Ripley. She beat Becky Lynch. She had one hell of a breakout year, so I'm expecting the same thing for Roxanne Perez, for her to have a breakout year, judging by her performance in the Rumble. Now, Kevin Owens' Royal Rumble curse apparently continues, losing yet another title match that, he was in. And this will be about 5 title matches that he has lost. So this curse of his, in the Royal Rumble, it continues, unfortunately. Braun Breaker will definitely face Roman Reigns eventually in the future. When Reigns went to go hit that spear on Braun Breaker, Braun, he's the one that hit the spear on Reigns. He caught him with the spear. And he hit a better spear than Roman Reigns did. So that told me right there, they could set up Braun Breaker as a future opponent for Roman. And it's definitely obvious Seth is turning heel, judging by his actions and what he did, how he carried himself. He definitely going back to the villainous side, that's for sure. For the people that thought Io Sky had a chance at winning the Rumble, think again. Okay, the woman was number 1, and she drew number 1. That did not mean she was going to win that Rumble. Okay, she may have had a long inning in the Rumble and had a good showing, but she is not big enough. She is not popular enough. And quite frankly, she's not important enough to win that Rumble. It was Charlotte Flair's Rumble to win. Okay? Io Sky was never winning a Royal Rumble when you got Charlotte Flair returning from an injury after a whole year off. It just wasn't happening. I come to the conclusion that Nia Jax is the Kane of the Women's Rumble at this point, with her, huge amounts of eliminations in that match. And last year and the year before, she has probably broken some records. But like how Kane was getting a lot of eliminations back in the day in the Rumble, the same thing is happening with Nia Jax. Damian Priest, and a lot of people are not going to notice this, but Damian Priest continues to have Drew McIntyre's number with back-to-back world title victories. If you remember last year, Damian Priest, he cashed in on Drew McIntyre for the world championship and beat him. Clash at the Castle, he beat Drew McIntyre. Money in the Bank, Drew tried to cash in the Money in the Bank contract, and Damian Priest pinned him. And now you saw in the Rumble, Damian Priest eliminated Drew McIntyre from the Rumble. So Damian definitely has Drew's number. DIY, Gargano and Ciampa are just better as heels. I think as a tag team, as a heel, they're perfect. They know how to work a match as villains and get the crowd to dislike them, and they work very well together. And you saw in that match with the Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, they definitely work as a heel tandem. And the last takeaway I have is Jey Uso winning was a genuine surprise. And when I saw the last two with Cena and Jey Uso, I was convinced that John Cena was going to win. I was not expecting main event Jey Uso to pull out the upset. I was not expecting it. And I felt genuinely happy for Jey Uso. I really did. Even though he lost to Gunther at Saturday night's main event, Him winning the Rumble just felt right. Okay, I don't know what it is, but I think the fans are ready to see him with that world championship, and it just feels right for him to win. You know, the guy is one of the most over, if not the most over, babyface in the company, in the entire company. And his momentum is not going to stop anytime soon. So it's better to strike now while the iron is hot with Jey Uso.